Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Asal. I am a yoga teacher, personal trainer, and a hypnotherapist. Today we have a full body yoga practice. We're going to stretch and tone all kinds of muscles and joints all over our body. Shoulders, chest, hips. We're also going to be doing a good amount of core strengthening. So when we think about core work, we think about usually kind of this abdominal region, front area, six-pack abs, which is only partially true. So when we think about core and core strength, it's really 360 degrees. So in the front, you have your rectus abdominis, you have your transverse abdominis. I have the internal and external obliques here on the side, and I have my those famous QL muscles, these two ropes. I have deeper down the multifidus, and so really when you think about core strength, think 360, right? Like a closed cylinder. So diaphragm on top, pelvic floor on bottom. So I could continue to name muscles, or we could get started with the practice. So let's start with the practice, yeah? All right. So let's go ahead and find a comfortable seated position. Perhaps easy pose. This is your easy pose. You can take a half lotus. Maybe you can take a full lotus. And just close your eyes. Close your eyes and generate that Ujjayi breath. So for your Ujjayi breath, your inhale and exhale are through your nose. There's a bit of a constriction in the back of the throat. It has this beautiful oceanic sound. So generate that sound. Listen to the sound of your own breath. And make sure to make your breath a priority in your practice. Never sacrifice breath for posture. And go ahead and bring your palms together. Take the back of your thumbs to touch your sternum, feeling your own heartbeat. And I want you to make an intention for your practice today. A personal intention for your practice. And seal it with a nice deep breath. Good. And let's go ahead and open the eyes. So if you have lotus or half lotus, release it. And we're going to send the knees back. And we're going to come to a tabletop position and tuck your toes and find your downward dog. So already if your body's cold, already a lot is happening in your downward dog. You can walk your dog, bend your knees right and left, right and left, right and left. You can walk your dog, move to the hips, you can wag your tail, move your hips side to side. And my personal favorite is when you lock your elbows and take your chest towards your quads. So it's like you could either pulse it, like so, or you could just one continuous stretch, hold it. And that's 10. Let's do 10 count. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Nice job. From here, go ahead and bring your right leg up in the air and bring it as high up as you can get it. Bring that right leg up, stretch it up, point your toes, And then bend that right knee. Make 5 circles to the right. And 5 circles to the left. Good job. And put your right foot down. We're going to tippy toe walk our way to the front of the mat. So come all the way up on your tippy toes. Look between your palms. If you have to bend your knees, it's totally okay. Don't worry about it, okay? And then kind of tippy toe your toes to the front of your mat. And find a forward fold. Hold opposite elbows and just hang forward. If you have to bend your knees, it's totally okay. And then round your back. Slowly come back up, vertebrae by vertebrae. Chin comes up last. And roll your shoulders on top. Good. Big inhale. Bring your arms up. Hold your left wrist with your right hand. You can take your feet to be hip width apart. Inhale, lift. Exhale, stretch. Push the hips to the left. Slowly come back up. Switch. Inhale, lift. And exhale, stretch. Push the hips to the right. And slowly come back up. Good. From here, I'm going to take a back bend. Super gentle, okay? So just kind of keep your eyes glued to your fingertips and take a gentle back bend. You can have your feet hip width or you can have them together, okay? Just reach back. Nothing super dramatic. And slowly come back forward. Touch the floor. And this time walk your feet back. Find your downward dog one more time. Again, walk your dog. Wag your tail. Or take your chest towards your quads. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, breathe, 2, 1, and 0. And go ahead and bring your left leg up this time. Bring it as high up as you can get it. Left leg up. And bend that left knee. Make circles. 5 circles to the right. And 5 circles to the left. Good. And put that left foot down. Come all the way up on your tippy toes like a ballet dancer, yeah? And then look between your palms and tippy toe walk your way to the front of your mat. If you have to bend your knees, it's no big deal, okay? Hold your elbows opposite side. Round your back. Slowly come back up, vertebrae by vertebrae. Chin comes up last. And roll your shoulders on top. Nice job. We're going to take our side bend again. Hold left wrist with your right hand. Bring your feet hip width. Inhale, lift. Exhale, stretch. 3 breaths. And come back up. Switch sides. Inhale, lift. Exhale, stretch. 3 breaths. And slowly release. Keep your feet hip width. Gentle back bend. Eyes open. Reach back. 3 breaths. And slowly come forward. U-turn. Gentle forward fold. So, for your forward fold, I'm already going to give you another option. Option 1, hold elbows side to side. Option 2, Parahastasana, step on your hands. See if you can have your heels on your palms, stepping on the back, rolling your weight forward, and bringing your face towards your shin. So if your hands do not reach under your feet, that's totally okay. Don't worry about it. You can hold your elbows opposite side and passively hang forward, okay? If you do have leverage, if you do have your hands under your feet, you want to use pulling as the object of stretching. So use the strength of your arms to pull and get a deeper stretch in the back of your legs and your back. And slowly release out of this one, round your back. Chin comes up last. And roll your shoulders on top. Nice job. Take a deep inhale through your nose. And HA. And a deep inhale through your nose. HM. Relax, release, let it go. It's over. Okay, next we're going to take a standing separate leg stretching. So perhaps I will show this from the side. You're going to take your feet out in a straddle, so definitely wider than your mat. Take your hands out and maybe take your hands behind you. See if you can interlace your fingers. If you cannot reach your fingers and interlace them, please don't worry about it. You can hold your elbows opposite side or hold on to a piece of your clothing, okay? Inhale and exhale, fold forward. Roll your weight forward. Open up those shoulders. I want you to keep your legs strong. So squeeze your quadricep muscles. Your legs are not just holding you, they're your foundation. So they're pressing deeply into the earth. 2 more breaths here. And press your feet deep into the earth as you reverse yourself up. And slowly release. Nice job. All right. So we're going to take another separate leg variation, okay? And I'm going to give you an option for this one. So first you take your hands out. Keep your back flat, fold forward, and put your palms down on your mat. If your hands don't reach your mat, just take a block and put your hands on a block. Okay, whatever makes your practice more enjoyable for you. Okay. From here, you're going to roll forward and try to bring the crown of your head towards the floor. Okay. Now, maybe you're here. No big deal. Okay. Just try to get your spine longer. And roll your weight to the front of your feet. Good. If you have a headstand in your practice, this would be a good time to lift up into your headstand. If you do not have a tripod headstand in your practice, do not worry about it. Stay in your forward fold. Maybe your head is not even at the ground. Just enjoy the stretch. It's not about that. And put your hands around your waist. Strong legs. Slowly come back up. And return to Samastitihi. Take a deep inhale through your nose. And HA. And take a deep inhale through your nose. HM, relax, release, let it go, it's over. All right, next we're going to take a yoga tree pose. So I'm going to show you this in levels, right? So once you find the level that you're feeling already challenged by, then just kind of try to find stillness there. Hold it there and breathe, okay? Don't go to the next level until you're comfortable in the current level. Yeah, okay, all right. So we start standing, and you're going to pick your right foot off of the floor. So see if you can literally pick your foot up. If you're scared of balancing, stand close to a wall or bring a chair next to you, okay? Bring your foot as high up as you can get it. This is already pretty challenging. Maybe this is the yoga today. If this is easy, bring your palms together. You could also try other variations. You could do like little sidewinders. You could also try a toe stand. So for a toe stand, you're going to pivot at your hips, hinge forward and touch the floor. Maybe bend that left knee. Bring the hands on the other side. And maybe bring one hand to prayer, maybe both hands. And to come out, perfect reversal. Hands down, unbend your knee. Everybody meets in tree. And tree release. Nice job. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Relax, release, let it go. It's over. So we're moving through this moving meditation, yeah? Once the posture is over, we don't think about it anymore. We don't analyze it. We don't label it. Just moving from one posture to another, okay? Take a deep inhale through your nose. And HA. And take a deep inhale through your nose. And HM. Releasing all the toxins. Releasing all the stale air. Getting ready for the other side. All right. This time you're going to pick your left foot off of your mat. Pick up your foot. Bring it up, 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 as high up as you can get it. You're already in your tree pose. You can have your hand to a chair. It's no big deal, yeah? Maybe palms together. Maybe palms up. Maybe sidewinders. Maybe pivot at your hips. Find your mat. Or maybe you can have your hands on a block here. Okay? It's a progression. Maybe hands either side. And maybe hands to prayer. And let's come out. Perfect reversal. Hands down. Everybody meets in tree. And tree release. Nice job. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Deep inhale to your nose. HA. And deep inhale through your nose. HM. All right. So we're going to have one more balance pose. This one is called an eagle pose. And this one opens up the 7 major joints in the body, okay? What is it? Shoulders, elbows, scapula, wrist, knees, hips, and ankles. Haha, okay? All right. Let's start in a standing. Big inhale, palms to touch. And exhale, right elbow under the left. So this is your eagle arms. Okay? If you can't find your eagle arms, do this. Okay? All right. So this is already pretty challenging. Okay? Maybe this is the yoga today. If you need more, bend your knees, send your hips back. If you need more, right leg up, twist it once, or twist it twice, like 2 wide rows. Shoulders, elbows, wrists, scapula, hips, knees, and ankles. Sit low and lean back. Big inhale, palms to touch. And exhale, release. Deep inhale through your nose. HA. And deep inhale through your nose. Exhale. And let's try the other side. Big inhale, palms to touch. Exhale. Left under the right. Find your eagle arms. Optional bend knees. Optional left knee up. Twist it once or twist it twice. Sit low. Lean back. Breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Big inhale. And relax, release, let it go. All right, so next we're going to try a yoga horse pose, okay? It's kind of, if you're into weightlifting, kind of like a sumo stand, yeah? Taking your toes out. You can either bring your hands to prayer or you can have them behind your head, okay? Bring your hips down. Good job. So when you have your hands in prayer, you tend to want to lean forward. If you have your hands behind your head, it helps you lean back. I want you to try to lean back. And you can either hold it here or maybe you can lift up your heels. Heels up like you're wearing high heels. You can try other variations. Maybe you can put your heels down, put your hands and kind of bring one shoulder forward and then the other ones. Don't bring your hips up though. I saw that. Don't bring them up. Keep them down. If you want, you can put your hands down and kind of toe heel your feet wider and take little side lunges. If you want a little bit more of a challenge, maybe keep your hands off. Nice job. All right, put your hands down. Toe heel your feet together. Good, and find one more forward fold. Okay, so for the forward fold today, maybe for this forward fold, bring your feet hip width and take your peace fingers and hold on to your big toes. If that's not happening, take a block and put your hand on a block. Okay, so what I always tell my clients, one of my teachers told me this: if your big toe touches your mat, it's already a success for that day, okay? Anything else is just icing on the cake. All right, round your back. Slowly come back up. And roll your shoulders on top. Nice job, friends. All right. So before we go down to the floor, we're going to take some donkey kicks. So I'm going to either put my hand on a block or put your hand on the floor, okay? And bring your right leg up and down. Tap your toe 10 times. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And other side. Point the left toes. Keep the right knee soft. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. All right, let's take a yoga squat. Malasana, also known as a flat-footed squat. Okay, so from the side it looks like this. From the front, it looks like this. Okay, this is a therapeutic and an assessment pose. So it's one of those cases where the test becomes the treatment, yeah? So what are you feeling in your ankles, your knees, your hips, your lower back, your calves? I'm even feeling it in my quads, okay? If your heels are not down, if your heels are up, that's okay. Okay, so see if you can stay here for 2 more yoga breaths. Deep inhale in, long exhale out, and deep inhale in, and long exhale out. All right, go ahead and take a child's pose. So this is what a child's pose looks like. If you'd like, you can take your knees out to make more room for your torso. And stay in your child's pose. So you're internalizing the anatomical directions so you can feel your body on a more subtle level. Feeling not just the physical body, the muscles and the joints, but allow yourself to tune into that subtle sense perception deep in the center of the body. I learned this from one of my teachers. As you settle your mind into that deep sense perception, the mind will become more steady and calm. Kino is the teacher I learned this from. If you don't know who Kino is, please stop living under a rock. I'm just kidding. All right, so we're going to take a pigeon pose. So you might want to use props for this one. So if you have blocks and straps, keep them close by. And I'm going to start in a downward dog. So let's start on the right side, okay? So from your downward dog, you're going to bring your right leg up, as high up as you can get it. Point your right toes to the sky. And then you're going to bring your right leg over into your half pigeon. So a half pigeon looks like this from the side, and it looks like this from the front. So think about your left heel in the general area of under your left armpit-ish. You could have an open pigeon, which is where your shin is more parallel to the front of your mat. Or you could have a closed pigeon where this knee is really bent, okay? If you're adjusting your pigeon, going from closed to open, make sure to do it the way I'm doing. Don't manually adjust your knee. You could hurt your knee. So if you're trying to adjust your pigeon, go like this, okay? Don't go like this. Take your foot and like that. That's not good, okay? All right, pigeon variations. I'm going to show you a bunch, okay? This is a sleeping pigeon. You could also put your head on a block. If you like sleeping pigeon, stay in sleeping pigeon. Ignore me for the rest of the options. Otherwise, maybe you can prop yourself up. Maybe you can take a block and try to find vertical spine or backbend pigeon. Maybe you can grab your left foot and give it a few pumps. Maybe you can catch your left foot in your elbow and find your hands. This one is called a mermaid. Whichever one you're trying, find your ujjayi breath we're going to release pigeon. So to release pigeon, bring your weight to your right hip, bring your left leg over and stack your knees. So I will change my angle for the sake of the camera. So you have your left knee on top of the right. This is called a cow face pose. Now if you like, you can bring your upper body, bring your left arm up and the right one under. So if your hands are not reaching one another, it's not a big deal. You can take your yoga strap and make a fish hook with it, right? So like you can take a strap, any kind of strap, make a hook, send it, and reach it with the other arm. Okay, so stay here for a couple more breaths. All right, and go ahead and release. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. And let's try pigeon on the left side, okay? So I'm going to find my way as gracefully as I can into downward dog. This time left foot as high up as you can get it. And pigeon on the left side. So remember, you have options. It's like a pigeon menu. Yeah, you can have sleeping pigeon. You can have head on block pigeon. You can have vertical spine pigeon. Maybe back bend pigeon. Maybe trying mermaid on this side, holding on the foot. Give it a few pumps, bringing the fingertips the same direction as the toes. Maybe catch your foot in your right elbow and find your mermaid. Whichever one you're trying, take some breaths. Ujjayi breaths, the yoga breaths. Good, and to come out, shift your weight to your left hip. Stack the knees. Cow face. This time you bring your right hand out and the left one. If you really want your hands to reach and they're not, send me a message. I have some really good tips to help you get your hands closer. I don't want to spend too much of this video talking about that. You could go forward and backwards if you want. Good job. And release. Excellent job. Alright, let's go ahead and release the legs in the front. We're going to stretch our pike. So send your hips back. See if you can hold on to either your peace fingers, with your peace fingers to your big toes. If you can't reach your feet, don't worry about it. You can hold the strap, put it around your feet. Otherwise, you can either hold your toes with your peace fingers. You can wrap your hands around your feet. If you're really flexy, maybe you can take a block behind your feet. 5 breaths. Try to lead with your heart. Maybe the longer end of the block. Scoot your tailbone back. Good, and release out of that one. Excellent job. All right, so we are going to take a Navasana boat pose. This is a core strengthener. I'm going to give you some options. Keep your heart lifted, lean back. This is called a supported Navasana, holding behind my knees. This is called a unsupported Navasana. So I'm not trying to get my legs to do the work, I'm trying to feel the strength of my core. So take your attention to your core. Maybe if you want, you can grab a yoga block and do passovers. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 3, or just hold it. Good. And bring the bottom of your feet together. Find your butterfly. If you want more core work, you can always pause the video and do more sets of Navasana. Take your legs out in a straddle. Find your pancake pose. So you can either put your hands down and stretch your straddle. If you can see. If it's okay, you can start walking your hands forward. Try to bring your belly button towards the floor. Point your toes. This is called a pancake stretch. Don't worry if you can't reach the floor. Nice. And slowly come back up. Alright, so I'm going to show you one more core exercise. So we're only going to do 10 together, but if you're feeling all juiced up, then pause the video and do, I don't know, 30, 40. Okay? So I'll show you an easier version and a more difficult version depending on your mood. So you're going to be laying down on your back. Squeeze the legs to one another and bring your legs up and down. Try to keep your lower back flat, but steer your pelvic tilt. So trying to not allow any room between your spine and your mat. Okay, so that would be an easier version. Or you could do V-ups. Bring your arms overhead and touch your toes. So 10 of whichever ones. You could even do V-ups like this. All right, good job. And find your way on your back. Almost there. Bend your right knee. Give yourself a spine twist. Right leg straight. Bend the left knee. Give yourself a spine twist. Find yourself in a center. And for the last pose, I give you option, okay? Option 1. Give yourself a big hug like this. Hold elbows. If you can't have elbows, hold hands. Option 2. Take your yoga block under your lower back and rest in a bridge. And option 3, you can take a plow pose if you have it in your practice. You have a ponytail, get it out of the way. If you've never tried a plow pose before, or you want to learn, message me, okay? Don't just try it for the first time right now. Message me, I'll teach you, or I'll make you a video. And to release, go slow, okay? Put yourself down like you're putting down a baby. Slow. And stretch yourself really tall, like a cat. Make yourself super duper long. Long, 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 long. And release into your final Savasana. With your toes flopping out. And your palms facing the sky in a receiving mode. Keep those eyes closed. Inhaling everything that's beautiful and inspiring. And exhaling everything or anything that doesn't serve you. Inhaling love, motivation, and exhaling negativity, judgment, labeling. And just allow yourself to be passive. Just allow yourself to enjoy the fruit of your hard work. Traditionally, Savasana is meant to be passive. If you have 10 minutes, stay 10 minutes. If you don't have 10 minutes, stay 5 minutes. Give yourself this gift. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be safe from inner and outer harm. May you be well in mind, body, and heart. And may you be peaceful, natural, happy, and free. Just a quick reflection and a reminder that you have what the world needs. We all do. So keep putting it out there, sharing it how you do, allowing it to change, shift, develop, and evolve, allowing all of our lives to be creative acts of living, allowing our actions and intentions in the world to reflect our actions and intentions on our mats. Thank you so much for watching my video. Thank you for practicing with me. Thank you for sharing your beautiful and sincere practice. The light in me acknowledges and honors the light in you. Namaste. Please let me know what you want to watch next so I can make you another video.